I'm from the city is still. I'm from the city is still.
All right, guys, welcome back to Picksburgh. You are stepping into Hot Hands Barbershop right now. You guys have requested it, and here it is. Chef Marte is in the hot seat getting his wig split. So, Chef, excited to have you in the hot-handed one's barber seat, the hot seat as you would. So I'm gonna ask you some questions, man. So, what got you into sports cards?
Literally just since I was a little kid, I've collected. I had, my love got started. I think it was the '89 Topps baseball set. It's actually, pretty big set in my life. It's the first one I really go back to and remember having the complete set of. But honestly, my dad used to take baseball cards and we'd go over player stats, and that's actually how I learned how to read.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, so
that's really cool.
Legit, you can call my dad down in Georgia right now. He'll tell you that exact story.
That's insane. So
Yeah,
your dad got you into cards?
Yeah, dude. I had them from a young age. My favorite growing up was the '89 Griffey. I was a huge fan of it. Griffey was like my dude.
Yeah.
He was cool, man. He had the backwards hat, which is, I still rock the backwards hat to this day. And, so, yeah,
That's
I mean,
awesome.
and then obviously, as you know, our whole lives were spent, grabbing boxes at Kmart or going to Wildwood Flea Market and trying to buy and trade. And, that was what basically every bit of spare money I had as a kid went into.
Yeah, so it's your dad's fault that I'm now a degenerate because you're the one who got me hooked
on that pretty bad.
Yeah, thanks, Big Marty. I appreciate that, bro. So now that you're doing cards full time, what's it like not to be a chef right now?
My knees definitely appreciate it. My body in general. I'm 38 now, man. I'm not exactly a young man nowadays. Mm-hmm. So, but honestly, man, it's pretty cool because I get to work with something I love, and I love cooking and everything. But that's a young man's game, man. Something I always do on the side, still enjoy. But right now, I mean, just to be able to focus and try to give back to a hobby that literally some of my best memories of childhood are from is pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And the fact that you get to play with cards for a living now.
Yeah, it doesn't suck. I mean, honestly, it's definitely fed into my bad habits of buying cards. I mean, I buy boxes way more than I should. I don't know if you guys have heard that, but
Chef Box.
They may have seen that. There might be a few videos on this channel of you ripping many boxes.
Yeah, just a few. But honestly, it's fun. It's cool to see. There's nothing better than that feeling of whenever you pull that big pull. Like I remember just a couple weeks ago being in a hotel because we were at the Del Mar show and I had some hangers of Mosaic, and I ripped that Mac Jones Genesis and it was freaking awesome.
Heck yeah, dude.
Puts you in a good mood.
Yeah, that was a huge pull, man.
Yeah, man.
So what's it like now, speaking of Del Mar, California, what's it like being out here in California as opposed to Pittsburgh where we grew up?
Well, I mean, love the area, love the weather, hate the traffic.
Traffic sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, it's just more so doing something I believe in and I think is really just awesome. I mean, I love being out here, love being able to dedicate my work life to sports cards. It sucks being away from the wife and the kids half the time. Miss them a lot when I'm gone, but honestly, I think it's a really cool opportunity. I mean, It's really cool. Just to see what we started from. I mean, it's like Drake said, we started from the bottom, now we're here. We started in McKees Rocks, Pittsburgh. I don't know if you guys know too much about McKees Rocks, but it's not exactly Beverly Hills.
No, it definitely isn't.
And I say that in the nicest way possible because I owe a lot to McKees Rocks, quite honestly.
Hell yeah. You've had plenty of great times down there in the Rocks, haven't you?
Plenty. Yes.
Absolutely. So what's been your favorite thing about Los Angeles that you've gotten to do so far?
That I've gotten to do. Honestly, the card shows, man. I love it. And also, whenever we went to the Doctor Strange premiere,
That was
freaking Sam Raimi, Kevin Feige, and Danny Elfman came out, and a couple other guys too, who unfortunately I'm drawing blanks on right now. But it was cool to see actual content creators for Disney up on the stage before we got to watch that movie, which was baller, by the way. Highly recommend.
Yeah, absolutely. If any of you guys are in the LA area, go to big movies on the day they drop, and if you do it in Hollywood, you never know who's going to be there. Because I paid regular prices for these tickets. We went in and it was the whole cast that made the movie just was there, which was pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So, man, what's your plans for like the future as far as like collecting and like, do you have any goals, like any grails that you're chasing after?
I'm definitely gonna have to get a Burrow autograph rookie. That's one that's not been in my collection yet. Uh, Other than that, honestly, man, like I never go into anything with a plan. I just kind of find things that I like. Kenny Pickett auto though, that's gonna happen too. I gotta get my Pickett PC up. But other than that, I mean, honestly, if I just find something I like, I'll buy it.
Would you say football's probably like your favorite to collect out of the sports?
It's
Or
50-50 with basketball.
yeah, yeah, I'd say I'm probably pretty much the same. Wrestling's been like a huge emerging thing right now.
Yes.
What do you see like as far as like value? Because I know that you rip a lot of wax and you've ripped some product that's just been like hurtful, but then you've ripped some product that just like pays time and time and time again.
Yeah. Honestly, a large part of it's luck, but I like to kind of minimize the risks. So like whenever Illusions came out and I saw that was 3 autos and what, 2 mems. I bought a lot of that, and I did very well off that product. And you just try to find the right values. Like I really love the Classics H2 boxes this year. You could pull some awesome stuff, and the price point wasn't killer. Now, like I also like to take the risk though. I'm not above, I love Donruss Choice, for example. 10 cards, $500. I got real lucky on the last box I got. I got a redemption for Cade Cunningham at a 49 auto. I hit a Barnes Choice. I hit, just a few other good players, AO, Duarte, but that's the risk you take. Remember my Origins box? That was like $400 for I think 8 cards, and my highlight was CJ Ellerby.
Yeah.
I don't think the market's too hot on CJ Ellerby right now.
Nah. Alan's a fan though.
He's gonna be something next year if Nurkic isn't there, or they trade Dame and some packages away.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess.
No, he's
No,
not gonna be
definitely.
star-studded like the rest of them. But
So
But
if you,
for me, it's just about finding the value, because I'll be honest, at $1,600 a box, I was not seeing value in like the WWE Prism, for example.
no.
Now, if you're buying cellos and stuff for $15 a pop, there's definitely value in that. But
Absolutely.
honestly, I mean, I know the prices were extremely high for singles whenever the product first came out. But if you're looking at the long-term picture, cards in this industry, it seems like whenever the set first comes out, you're commanding such an insane dollar because everybody wants to be the first to be like, you're not up on this, I'm the first person on the market to have this card. And while that's extremely dope, and for some people that might be their move, for me, I'm looking at more of long-term value and what it's going to be from the long term. And if you don't hit a monster, and I saw a case rip of that WWE Prism, and there was a few boxes that were pretty decent, but I looked at it and I'm like, man, so many people who bought a hobby of that, they're getting a $30 autograph is like their biggest card. It's insane to me.
yeah, that does suck. Absolutely. So let me ask you this, man. What was it difficult for you to not only leave Pittsburgh but leave a career that you've kind of worked since even high school? Like you went to trade school to become a chef. You had like promising thing going there with potentially multiple businesses. Was that hard for you to walk away from?
Super hard. I also can say that my business partner, boss, whatever you want to call him, was literally like the best human being in the world. So that definitely wasn't easy. Still talk to him pretty regularly. Yeah.
I got scissors to your head right now, bro.
Hey, you know what? I'm sorry,
No,
man.
no,
Chris,
okay.
shout out to Chris Myers. He's the best dude I know.
I got scissors to this man's head, and I'm not the best human being.
You're pretty awesome, though. But I mean, it's just like to leave that, and it's an industry that like I kind of was like doing pretty well with what I was doing. I had a lot of exciting things for the future, but sometimes God just drops an opportunity right in your lap, and at that point, you kind of just got to go where the ball takes you. And I think I made the right decision for myself and my family, and just kind of looking forward to where this company grows to.
Absolutely. Like, why TGT, man? Like, because a lot of people might not realize this, but Marty is one of the founding 4 members of TGT. The idea actually originated within that beautiful blonde noggin of his. So why TGT, man?
Well, at that point, we were flipping a lot of stuff. We were, buying up cards, turning them in for grading, and waiting forever, pretty much, still waiting.
Still waiting. Still waiting.
And just honestly, it was like certain sets we get back, and it's like, well, wait a second. Like we did a lot of, a lot of analysis on this card before we set it. What was the rationale for why this graded the way it did? And it's not like I could just pick up a phone and call a major company and say, hey, would you mind telling me exactly why you graded the card the way it did? So it was just a matter of we're already doing the exact work. All we're doing is showing it.
Correct.
And that was kind of my idea. If you could be a company that actually shows people why their cards grade the way they do, to me that's that's something that I can put a lot of stock into, because I'm going, like our tagline says, you see what we see.
Absolutely.
So I think that's awesome, and it was a huge risk for us to take though, because no one else is doing this, and it could blow up in our face if we weren't on point with what we were doing. Thankfully, the guy behind the camera right now is literally the best eye for grading I think I've ever seen.
I appreciate that.
No doubt.
I'm aight when it comes to grading. But yeah, man, it's a team effort though. Like really, the three of us. Shout out to Andy Drew Prothrow for being the fourth member of the TGT crew.
Absolutely.
Could not have gotten to this point without him. But yeah, I mean, it's been a wild ride. Exciting to go on it with my best friend, and I mean, Hot Hands Hoshik, who's become a wonderful friend to us as well. It's exciting to go on this type of ride together and to be able to kind of just see where like sports cards can take us. Like, can we take something we're passionate about, like little pieces of cardboard, and do something special with them? And I think the answer is yes. Like, I think there is still a lot of ways that we can innovate this realm, not just with grading, but with the greater good of the hobby. Like the idea behind TGT, like you said, was transparency, letting the customer know exactly why their grade is what it is, giving people the respect and the service that they deserve. So I still think there's a lot of ways that we can make the hobby better. There's a lot of people still out there scamming other people, whether it's over Facebook trades or group submissions or X, Y, or Z.
Group submissions.
What I mean? There's a lot of stuff like that going around out there. And honestly, like I think that, not only have we brought this technology into the grading space, but we should bring it into other spaces to help make the hobby a safer, more transparent place.
100%. This hobby's been really, really good to me throughout the years. Really good. And, I'm so appreciative of everything that went into bringing us to this point, whether, the people who we've done business with, the people who've helped us along the way, most importantly, our customers, man.
Absolutely.
Like, honestly, like, without them, we would have folded up shop months ago.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's awesome that people were willing to take a chance on a little company that was a bunch of people who were just trying to do something different.
Yeah.
And, to me, it was always a why aren't other people doing this? Like, what do they have to hide? And that's not to throw shade at any other grader. Believe me, I have a lot of respect. I absolutely think SGC is one of the most accurate companies in the world.
Yeah.
PSA is the king of the mountain, and Beckett's the company that's been in the game forever and a day. I mean, obviously they're doing something right there.
Yeah.
Even shout out to CSG for trying to do something different, and shout out to even HGA, man. I mean, they've pioneered some stuff in this industry too.
Yeah. Horizontal slab.
The horizontal slab. I mean, honestly, it's been a really big learning experience, because there's a lot of really wonderful people in this hobby, and let's be real, there's also some not really wonderful people in this hobby. So it's I love the fact that we have the team that we do, because it's people who I trust and care about on a personal level. It's not just business.
Yeah, true.
Down to the people that have our graders. I genuinely care about every single one of them.
Yeah, we have some really great graders on our team too. Like, guys I wouldn't trade for anything, that are knowledgeable as heck too. I mean, we have guys that like specialize in hockey, guys that specialize in vintage baseball, guys that specialize in Pokemon, and it's wonderful because like those are some stuff that I don't know a whole lot about.
Absolutely. And I mean, even people that like we've kind of subcontracted out, like some of the people that we've used for authenticating.
Fakes,
yeah.
And
absolutely.
Am I allowed to name drop this person, or?
They wrote a book.
They're a wonderful human being, and we appreciate the time and
that helps.
effort that they poured into us, because we learned a lot about it. Because we've had a lot of cards that, we have flagged.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
know? And you know,
You personally too, Chef.
yeah, you know,
Like,
well, I mean, my basic function has always been, you know, more the operational side, getting the cards entered into our system, doing a lot of data entry, stuff like that. So typically, I was also the one who unboxed everything. So, you know, it's almost like you're the first line of a defense whenever you see a card and you're like, hey, maybe something looks a little off with this card. Or, hey, I remember from this guy's book that, you know, this is a really commonly fake card.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the amount of knowledge that we've gained in since
short time,
July?
July 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been insane, and I feel like I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot, and just it's a pretty freaking awesome opportunity. Really
Yeah.
is.
Absolutely.
I get to put out content. You guys get to watch me rip stuff. Sometimes I hit, sometimes I don't, but I always have a good time doing it.
Yeah, that's true. And I always enjoy it because I get all the tilapia fish at the end.
You bottom feeder.
You bottom feeder.
In case you guys don't know what that is, these guys call me Tony Tilapia because every time they rip boxes, I'm the guy that takes all the cards they don't want out of them.
Yes.
This is true. The Tilapia Talks is what we're doing right now. Okay. Remember, it's an episode of Tilapia Talks.
I like that. I like that a lot.